Hey, what up everybody, it's Sinny, and this is Gems of War on PS4. And today I'm gonna list off 10, maybe 11 things that we want to see changed in Gems of War in 2020. Now, whether this is an overhaul, a fix, or just a change, I want y'all to put in the comments what you think should be changed in Gems of War in 2020. Fixed, overhauled, whatever you want to call it. What should be added to the game? What should be changed? What should be overhauled next? What do you think that the developers should do in 2020 for Gems of War? I've got a list of 10 or 11 things I'm going to say here, and then it's very important that you guys put yours in the comments, or if you don't have one, just agree with one that I say, and maybe we can get this stuff changed. I've seen or heard that sometimes in the forums, if a post gets enough likes suggesting a change in the game, sometimes they will implement it. They will implement that change in the game, so we do have the power. If this video gets a bunch of views, a bunch of likes, and a bunch of comments of people agreeing with me or putting in their own comments and people liking their comment, maybe the developers will see this video and they will make that change in the game. We can change the game. We just have to have enough numbers, and we have to hopefully have them see this video so we could share it with them or whatever on their Twitch stream. Who knows? So put it in the comments what you want changed, overhauled, fixed, added to the game, and I'll give you my 10 or 11 right now, and put yours in the comments, or agree with one that I say, you know, and we can change the game in 2020. So anyway, let's get it started. So here are 10 or 11 things that I think would be cool to be added, overhauled, fixed, or changed in the game in 2020 in Gems of War, and they're in no particular order. I just wrote them down as I thought of them over the past week or so, or if I heard them from somebody else. I'm not going to claim that every single one of these is my own idea. But first of all, let's go to the Underworld. What would be cool to be added to Gems of War in 2020, I think, would be some sort of this is the Underworld, so I was thinking maybe we could have a overworld, or like a heaven. So this is a theme of the Underworld, so think of, you know, like hell. So it would be cool if they would add like an overworld. So if we go back up here, there would be another tab you could push, and you could go into the clouds or above Crystara. Like when you press it here, you go to the Underworld. Then they could add a bunch of new factions to a heaven, or what, you know, what have you, some sort of clouds up above Crystara, and we have, you know, what, like 15 down here in the Underworld. They could add 15 more up above in heaven or the clouds or whatever you want to call it, the overworld. So that's just one idea. The second idea would be they could overhaul Arena here. I've heard they're going to do this. They're going to overhaul Arena, but hopefully they do it the right way, because I like Arena right now. It's challenging. It takes talent and skill to beat it. It's not just a grind fest or something you can pay to win. So I kind of like it right now, but it is kind of getting more and more outdated since they added trophies to like everything in the game now. There's like almost no reason to play it except for fun right now, and a challenge. So what I think they should do is maybe add epic, legend, and mythic troops to Arena. Right now it's just commons, rares, and ultra rares. Maybe somehow add epic, legends, and mythics. I don't know if there's some sort of problem with doing this, but that would let people use mythics they don't have yet, use legends they don't have yet, practice with them, and maybe they would have to do some sort of difficulty thing where you would pick one difficulty for Arena with commons, rares, and ultra rares, and then maybe a higher difficulty adds in epics, and then a higher one adds in legends, and then a higher one adds in mythics, and maybe they'd have to take out commons or rares in those higher difficulties. I don't know, but it would be cool. They're talking about overhauling Arena, so this isn't something that's out of the realm of possibility. But my idea would be to add epic, legendary, and mythic troops to Arena. I think that would be really cool. Alright, what do we got next? Let's get out of here. And it won't let me unless I pick, so I'm gonna pick, I guess. We'll pick Golem. White? Sure. It's making me pick. This is funny. Horse Lord. Naga Queen. Frost Lizard. Let's pick that. Probably a crappy team I'm gonna lose, but who cares? Alright, so the next thing. We have a bunch of classes right now, right? There's only a couple more they're going to add into the game, because they only need a couple more for the kingdoms. So every kingdom has its own class. So my third idea would be to add classes to factions. So we would have a class for Amnithrax, Silver Necropolist, maybe we already have Necromancer, but you know, something along those lines that's a little bit different. Crypt Keeper, it's like every faction you could add a class, so that would give you however many more, 15, something like that. I don't know how many factions there are, and I don't feel like counting, but they're almost out of kingdoms to add classes to, so they only have a couple more planned, so they gotta do something, so they probably are gonna do something, but that's an idea I have. Add classes to factions, so you could add them to all the Underworld factions first, add a class to each one of these, and then hopefully if they do our first thing where they add some sort of heaven or overworld, they could add classes to those factions as well. So yeah, faction classes is my third idea. Alright, next one. Let's go and do a battle, because this is going to take a battle. Maybe we'll go into our crappy arena. Nah, we need to do a quick battle. Let's go up here. Just pick some random challenge or something. We're on tier 2. Let's get in our fast team and go to battle. Alright, so my fourth idea, or change, or fix, or overhaul, however you want to say it, because they're all different. You can classify them all in different ways. Alright, so my third one is, you're in a battle, and you see this extra turn here. Or you don't see it actually, and you go and you press this, and you're gonna cast it. There are some spells where you have to pick a gem, or you know, pick a color to change to a certain color, or pick a spot to explode, or pick an enemy to attack. So after you cast, this isn't a good example because it's Leprechaun. This whole team is not a good example, but after you hit cast, sometimes you have to pick an enemy to attack, sometimes you have to pick a gem to explode, sometimes you have to pick a color to change. So there's this point where you could cancel your spell. A lot of the times you'll see an extra turn after you hit the button to cast, and you'll want to stop and cancel. Like, oops, I didn't mean to pick Apothecary. I was gonna change this to brown, but then I noticed there's an extra turn over there. I wanted to take that first, or I wanted to do some other spell first, but I already hit Apothecary, so now it's asking me to change a certain color. It's telling me to pick a certain color to change. It would be cool if there would be a way to spell cancel. If you pick a spell, and you just want to cancel it. Sometimes there's like a time in the middle where you have to pick an enemy, or pick a gem to explode, or pick a color to change. Like, there's this middle ground where you already picked the spell, but you can't go back, and maybe you see something you want to do instead. There should be a way to spell cancel in those cases. I don't know why it would be hard for them to implement, but it's been being asked for a long time, and they haven't changed it, so there must be a reason that they can't do that. But it'd be cool if there was some sort of spell cancel on spells that aren't instant cast, you know? Alright, so that was number 4. Let's go to number 5. Number 5. What do we got? Right here, man. This treasure hunt. This has been being asked for a long time, man. An overhaul on treasure hunt. Us high level players, high tier players do not do treasure hunt at all, especially since they took it out. They changed the daily tasks where you don't need to do treasure hunt anymore at all. Now, like, nobody plays it. What I heard was that the developers really like treasure hunt. I think one of their friends or family members really loves to play it, and a lot of newer players like to play it. And I think they have some sort of stats where they can tell that people play this. So they keep it in the game, and a lot of people are asking that they overhaul it, or at least give us something to do with the treasure maps that we have thousands and thousands and thousands of. So what I would suggest is either letting you use multiple treasure maps to gain more resources, because this is not a useful, it's like a waste of time for high level players and even mid-range players, but the only people that should be playing this are like low level players, and you should really be doing other things because so you can get better at the game instead of doing this, which you're not going to keep doing throughout the game. But can you retreat from these, man? We're going to be doing this for a minute, huh? So I'm going to just start taking the way to do this is just to go, like, just pick stuff and not care what happens, and just get through as many as you can in a row. Or you have to pay a really close attention and try really hard. It's like there's no middle ground with this game. I'm just gonna try to end my turn here, and it's probably gonna take forever, but yeah, so my idea would be to use multiple treasure map for better treasure, maybe add in diamonds or something, add in writs, maybe maybe put treasure maps in the soul forge, that way we can change them into something else. Like, I don't even care what. Change them into souls, change them into gold, change them into writs, like 1,000 treasure maps for 10 writs, or 1 writ. I don't even care, dude. 1 writ. I'm just gonna try to do bad and hope it works, and it's not working. We're gonna get stuck in this game forever. Try to do bad. Try to do bad. Try to end your turn, because this sucks. Come on, man. But yeah, nobody plays this except for low-level players. It's really bad rewards. It's really outdated. There's no reason to play it. I think they should either completely overhaul it in a way that I'm not even thinking of, or let you use multiple treasure maps to get better treasure. You know, 10 treasure maps to add in diamonds, or 100 treasure maps to quadruple your rewards, or something like that. I don't know. Or just put the treasure maps in the soul forge, that way we can change them into something else, and make it so that we have to use a ton of treasure maps to make something that's not that good. That would be fine. At least we can do something with them. Maybe, you know, make it writs or something, that way it's useful. But you can make 1,000 to 1 or something, or 100 to 1, or, you know, something like that. That way it's not like super beneficial, but it gives us something to do with them, because we're not going to use them and play them. You know, there's only a select few people that are going to use them and play them, and that's like really low level players that are not what you want to cater to. But let's see all of our awesome rewards here. A couple gems, some gold, some souls. It's really not that good. I mean, unless you rush through them really fast. I don't know how many I have right now. I should go look so we can just see how many I have. Treasure maps, 5,607. So if I could just change 1,000 of those into 10 writs, that would be great, because then I could get 50 writs. And I would like getting treasure maps because I could change them into something in the soul forge, you know? But we better move on to the next one. So that was number 5, a treasure map overhaul. The next one I got, number 6, is just making old troops viable. Like, it's kind of a vague thing to say, but making old troops viable that we don't use anymore. I'm gonna just go down and pick something random, or maybe go up and pick something random. A mythic, maybe. Like, let's see. What's a really old mythic that's not viable anymore? I'll find one. Just give me a second. I just want to find a good Oh, I don't have them. Okay, okay, okay. Unowned. Glad I don't have them. Like Plague here. They made this a long time ago. It was one of the first mythics. No one uses this mythic ever for anything except for just to say you have it. So there's tons of troops like this that are just never used anymore. And even new troops that they put into the game are not used. Just recently, what they put into the game, I can't even remember, man, but there's troops they put in every week that are crappy, that no one uses. That sunflower guy, or whatever the heck it is, I don't even know, that tiger, or whatever crap it was last week. We're never going to use that guy. He does like a freaking storm and diseases or something stupid that we're never going to do. Unless they add something in the future, like they are thinking ahead with these new troops to make synergy with some other troop. I don't know why they're adding these things that have, you know, we're never going to use. And then you got old troops like this that nobody's used in like 3 years or 2 years. You know, Plague, there's a bunch of them. Just any of those apocalypse troops. War, nobody uses war ever. Just anything, you know. Just any old troop. Acolyte, we're never, I mean, that's not too bad, but you know what I mean. There's a bunch of troops in the game that are just not used at all. Who's Anthea, you know? Freaking Arctic Fox, like, I don't know, like, Aura, Banejaw. We're all using Banejaw every week, right? Bastite Priestess, we're all using that, huh? Definitely. Birchthorn, baby, I use him every single day, bro. Yep. Bombardier, man. Bombardier is my guy. Yeah, Bombardier. Bone Scorpion, dude. That is so meta. Bone Scorpion. Why do they not just, like, I don't know. They need to fix some of these old stale troops and even some of the new troops that you just have no reason to use. Like, what's the point of putting troops in the game that we're never going to use? Like, just to be part of a kingdom? Just to help with kingdom levels and power and upgrades and stuff? I don't know. Anyway, there's a bunch of troops in the game we don't use at all. There's a very small percentage that we do use, like 10% or something, maybe 25 at most. There's a whole bunch of troops in the game that are stale, old, or they're just new troops that are just have nothing to synergize with anything. So they need to do better with making all troops viable in the game. Go back, fix old troops, make new troops actually go with something. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Next is, whenever I pick a team, like I have my key team here. Every time I use my key team, like I'll go into games, we'll go into dungeon, and I'm gonna use my key team for dungeons. If I get out of here, look at my medals. My medals are 2 magic badges and a medal of Anu. Whenever I use my key team, I want 2 life and medal of Anu. So every time I use my key team, I have to go out here, change my medals. If I want to optimize, a lot of people are lazy and they probably don't change medals, which, you know, that's a problem. That you should change. Every team should have their own medals associated with them. So I have to go out and change every single time. That's kind of annoying. I wish you could match your medals to your team and it would save it. I want the game to save my medals for each team, basically. So that's what I want. My 7th thing that I'm hoping they fixed in 2020. Hopefully you can save medals to teams. Like, go in here, edit team. They can add it to something, manage team. Maybe right here, you know. Let's put something in this where you can save a medal configuration, so you don't have to change it every single time. It's so annoying. Because then, once I'm done with the dungeons, I'm gonna go do a venture board. And I'm going to use my Rowan team. So I'm going to go use my Rowan team. Now I want all armor. So I got to go all the way back out and go change my medals, change it to all armor. It's just tedious to go and change these things. I mean, it sounds kind of lazy, but it's annoying. It's annoying to do that every single time. You got to go out, change your medals for every single team. Why can we not save? Why can we not save to the team a metal configuration? I don't think it would be that hard to do. So, because I have to change every single time I switch teams. I got to switch metals. So let's fix that in 2020, please. All right. So number 8, I think. I don't know. Might be 8. Whatever. They need to do something with pets. Pets just pop up every once in a while. I think I got one right now. I just did. They pop up every once in a while. And it's really hard to max them out. I need 16 more pets to max them out. Let's see how many I get for completing this one. 1? Oh my gosh, 1 pet? That is so many. I actually upgraded, so, you know. But I need 15 more, and I just got 1. And this guy pops up like once in a blue moon. Once a month, he'll pop up for me. So, I need 15 more. I gotta do that 15 more times. It's gonna take me 15 months to max out this 1 pet. They need to do something about that. I mean, I can go in the shop and buy a bunch of baskets for 1,000,000 gems, but that's crazy, dude. No one does that unless you're doing it for Moon or Mini Mimic or something. They need to do something with pets to make it a little bit easier to max them out. It doesn't have to be easy. I don't like things being easy, but it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy right now. I got 1 pet, and I need 15 more pets to max it. And I'm not going to get this guy for, you know, a month. It's crazy. In a month, I'll get 1 more, and then I'll need 14 more. It's crazy. It's hard to max out pets, and you should be able to do something else with food. I think Tacet gave this idea, but maybe if you feed them extra food, they would give you extra stats for that week, or day, or a period of time, 30 minutes, an hour. So this guy gives team bonus to Apocalypse. If you feed him extra food, you get extra team bonus for Apocalypse for 30 minutes, an hour, or a week, or a day, or whatever. So, something with pets, man. It's really bare bones right now, and it's really hard to max them out. Let's go down to Delves. This is the next one. Delves. I'm already in something there. I don't know what number this is. I already lost track, but I need to find one that I don't have. I think I already have all of these because I like to save them. But anyway, I'm on level 390 here, so I can't go backwards in Delves. That's a big problem. That's been ever since they introduced Delves. You can't go back to level 300. You can't go back to level 200. You can't go back to level 100. And you need to do Pure Faction. So right now I have to either do Pure Faction on level 390, which is almost impossible without potions, or I have to wait for an event with City of Thieves to do Pure Faction. So the problem is you can't go back to previous levels in Delves. They did fix it a little bit. They put in like level 50 as the first choice, so you can go back to level 50, but they should make it at least a couple more choices. That was just a band-aid on a bigger problem. They need to make you be able to go back and do Pure Faction, like maybe separate it to where they keep track of your non-Pure Faction, and then they keep track of your Pure Faction. So I'm at level 390 with just my normal teams, but that shouldn't affect Pure Faction teams. Like, I should be able to go back to level 20, do 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 with Pure Faction, and have nothing to do with, you know, best delve defeated, best delve with no casualties, best delve using the faction's team. That should be completely separated, or something, I don't know. Because right now, I can't do anything except for level 50, level 380, and level 390. So if I already did level 50, then I can't do anything else. I can either do 380 or 390, that's crazy, or I have to wait for an event to do Pure Faction. So they already put a band-aid on it, they fixed it a little bit, but they need to do a little bit more with Delves and Pure Faction and going back to previous levels. So hopefully they fix that in 2020. Alright, next up, I don't know what I'm on, let's see. I think number 10, so I think I have 12 of them. Something. The last couple are just like honorable mentions, so we really have 10, I would say. Next is PvP. PvP is completely useless right now. They need to overhaul it. I don't know what that means. I don't have any ideas for it, but they need to overhaul it, because right now, if you do explore, you get more gold. If you do Explore, you get medals. Explore is good for class experience. Explore is meta. Explore is the only thing you should be doing. PvP is useless. It used to be one of the best places to get trophies and one of the best places to get gold, but now it is neither. It is nothing. It is the best place to get nothing, except for maybe glory, maybe. But who farms glory? I don't know who. Maybe like somebody that likes PvP will mention what it is good for, but they keep chopping things off of it to where it's more and more worthless. So they need to overhaul PvP in 2020. I don't have any good ideas for it, but it's just something that needs to happen. Alright, a couple honorable mentions and we'll get the heck out of here, but I think they should, and this isn't my idea, I think somebody else's idea, but they need to add pet gnomes to Explore, because you can't get them here for whatever reason. They should add them to the drop table. As far as gnomes popping up every once in a while, they need to add in pet gnomes. Right now you can't get pet gnomes in Explore, so that'd be cool. I think that's one of the things they're thinking about adding in, so that could happen pretty soon. But yeah, that's one of the honorable mentions. Add pet gnomes in Explore. I think it's gonna happen, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. And then something with dungeons, overhaul dungeons. I know dungeons is like a newer thing in the game, but it's kind of boring. It's really boring. It's easy, and they could do something really cool with it. I don't know. I was trying to think like what they should do, but look at this. This is so boring. It's just 3 battles. It's pretty easy. You can just blow through it with key team, and you need to do it every day for diamonds, so they should make it more interesting. Make it like a real dungeon, like where you go in and you face bosses and you have to, I don't know. Just make it harder, make it more interesting, make it like an MMO raid dungeon or something. I have no clue. I don't know exactly what I think they should do, but something else, something more interesting. Since we have to do it every day for diamonds, it'd be cool if it was more interesting. So that's all my ideas. Put yours in the comments. Maybe a developer will see this video, and if we get enough likes, views, people commenting, and then you liking their comments, and then a whole bunch of comments, and a whole bunch of views, and a whole bunch of likes, and this video gets to thousands and thousands of views, man, they've been known to change stuff in the game for 500 likes on a forum post. If we can get 10, 20,000 views on this video with the freaking bunch of comments and likes, they gotta see that. People will start sharing the video to them. They'll have to watch it. They'll see all these things, and then maybe they'll make some changes in the game. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe, comment below. It's really important in this video. Consider becoming a member. I hear people complain about my audio. People want to see more videos. People want to see my face. That takes money, guys, and I hate asking for it, and I know it's like kind of cliche or whatever, and I probably shouldn't, but if you become a member, it'll really help out. You know, it's only like $2 or whatever. My audio would get better. I'd get a better mic. I would have a face cam. You'd get to see my beautiful face. And I could buy a better laptop. I could put out videos faster. So there's perks to it. For some reason, on the internet, the rich always get richer. People with 15k or 20k or 100k always get everybody's you know, support and money, and us little guys never get crap. If you say you're poor, you're never gonna get money. Not poor, but I don't have any money to put into the channel, and that usually makes it worse, and people don't give you anything. So hey everybody, I'm rich and I'm awesome and I'm successful, so maybe that'll help. Anyway, forget about that. I just hate when people complain about my audio and stuff like that, but then, you know, I don't have one member yet, you know, so you could, I don't know. I don't have any extra money to put back into the channel, so I can't fix the audio. Anyway, just a little rant at the end there. Like, share, subscribe, and please comment, because this video might be seen, and we could make changes to Gems of War in 2020. So Heaven faction, something like that. Epic, Legend, Mythics, and Arena, some sort of arena overhaul. Faction classes, spell cancel, treasure map overhaul, you know, either Soul Forge, being able to change them into something else, or using multiple maps or something, adding diamonds into treasure maps, something. make old troops more viable, saving medals to teams, that way you don't have to change your medals every single time you change your teams. Something with pets, whether it's some way to max them out faster, not easier, just a little bit faster. It's kind of crazy right now. I just demonstrated I got one freaking pet, now I need 15 more, and I'm never going to see that pet again. Maybe be able to feed them food or something for extra stats for a limited amount of time. Delves, some way to go back. They fixed it a little bit, they band-aided it a little bit, but for pure faction I think they should totally separate it out, make it 2 separate instances or something, so where you can do pure faction on one instance and just everything else on the other, or something, or be able to go backwards or something, because it's really hard right now and you have to do it during an event or increase your stats to crazy amounts. PvP's useless right now. I don't care what anybody says. They need to revamp that. Pet Gnomes and Explore and Dungeons need a revamp. It'd be really cool if they made it like an MMO raid or something crazy with bosses and stuff. But like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.